Hey guys, Beck and Jazzy here. I thought I would share this sky with you because it's pretty amazing today. We've been getting a lot of different shapes and lines and waves and you name it. How are you all doing, guys? I hope everybody is fine and dandy. I really do. I did want to say to you guys, I know I'm quiet these days. I've just had a lot going on and the good things for me personally. I'm just getting together with going to get back into working. I'm going to be doing personal training again. And, I'll have that all organised and be doing that in a couple of weeks. Back to training people privately. It'd be a good job. Working for myself, so it should be okay. Seeing I'm not the kind of person that can work for anybody. Well, I can, but I prefer not to be a slave. I'm too free-spirited. It's always been my problem. With trying to hold down a job, like a 9-to-5 job, it's just never my go. I think that sort of speaks volumes, doesn't it? When you just, I don't know, you can't be tied down. I guess that's why I am the way I am and why the channel's gone the way it is, because searching for truth's been a pretty full-time job in itself. It's been very difficult few years for everybody, and I think there's a lot we better start to realise and calm down. I think we all need to calm down. As I see, they're playing out this playbook over and over and over. They're keeping everybody in a perpetual state of fear. They're saying every day it's the end of the world. And what makes me say this is this bloody horse running through London, okay? It's got their fingerprints all over it. And then the clock broke. Big Ben broke on the same morning at 9 a.m. And then apparently an hour later, it rang out 11 rings. When it shouldn't have been 11 rings, it should have been 10. It's only an hour later, it was broken for an hour. I do not know what time the horses went crazy and one that they threw blood all over, I would surmise. I think that horse was doused. Mightn't have even been blood. It might have been a dye, a red paint. But yeah, they did run into a few things, but where's the footage of them literally running into those things? We saw a few things smashed up. It's the same as anything. This is part of their playbook. They want you to think every day that the world is ending. And that's what people have been doing for the last 10 years. Now, every day it's something out of the book of Revelation. And it's just all too convenient. It is absolutely ridiculous how much they're playing out the book of Revelation. And so it makes you question something. And this search for truth has taken some pretty wild turns in the past. But I think it's going to get uglier. Especially when I say this. What if the book of Revelation is their complete playbook? I've said it before. I said it ages ago. I spoke about this a long time ago on my channel. But then I didn't get any response, or, yeah, I did get a bit of flack. But that's never bothered me. But nobody really sort of even cared about it. I don't think it was the right time. There are times that things are meant to come out, and there was quite some time ago I spoke about the book of Revelation being a playbook, a long time ago. And I'm leaning more towards that now than ever, that this is part of the greatest deception of all, that the book of Revelation may very well have been scripted by them. I know a lot of people are going to go, well, be careful, that's blasphemy. Well, it's not blasphemy. I'm theorising something. My gosh. Come on, Jazz. That's a big dog. That's all right, boy. It's okay. Come on. Oh, shoes. That gate's nearly open. You stay there, dog. I'll kick your butt if you try to get out here. I really will. I'll try to. You come near my Jazzy. Wow. I haven't been up this park for a while. Those dogs were never there. Okay, things change. And yeah, things do change, and this is why we have to take a serious look at what's going on. They want us to be freaked out nearly every day now. There's something different and playing out in the book of Revelation. Every day. They want the mainstream Christians to be so worked up and freaked out, thinking that it is the end of the world, but they know what time it is. And we know there is a time coming where all wicked will be done away with forever. Jesus come and died for us. He took our sins upon himself. If we believe in him, we may enter into Father's presence. And the thing is, we're just put in, all this fear is thrown into what you've learned. So much fear. And I've let go of all that fear. I know he will have mercy on his creation. He knows we've been tricked. He knows we're still being tricked right to the end, and we're never going to figure out all the tricks. Never. Not even as a collective community. We're not going to figure it all out. But if we can figure out the big stuff, and we know the gist of what their plans are, we'll be okay. And it's not going to go down like the book of Revelation. I don't believe it. I haven't believed that for a long time. It's a different scenario. But it's one that had to be shut up until the end of time. And then the book would be open. And that was the book of Daniel. Shut up the book until the end of time. So there were certain books that were shut for certain reasons and opened in certain times. But that last one to be opened is opening at the end of time, not when Jesus came back. Not when Jesus died and then was resurrected. No, these events are so separate. And there's so many things. There's so many things that are not adding up anymore. And they're showing their hand, they're showing their ritualistic playbook out in the open. And if you know how to read their playbook, that's how come we can understand it. And we still can't understand it to the extent of the true purpose of the hidden message, but we can get the outline. And I think a bloody horse running through, a bloody white horse running through the streets of London, the clock stops at 9 a.m. and then rings out 11 times. Their fingerprints are all over this. It's totally their doing. This has nothing to do with Father in heaven giving you a sign. And to top it off, like I said, I think that the horse was probably, hopefully, doused in paint or doused in blood. And hopefully the horse was not bleeding because he was running pretty good. So actually I'd rather think that for the poor thing too. There's a halo around the sun. The black hole sun's there again. Yep. It's the spray. It's the spray doing it. And that's why it's happening all around the world as well, because it's the same chemicals we're all breathing in. I pray in Jesus' name, no weapon formed against us will prosper. Those who love you, Father Heaven, keep us safe from all the poisons. So I'm just saying this to sort of help you guys with any anxiety, and a lot of people suffering depression. Anxiety would be the main thing, because it's an up and down and up and down. You get up, what happened? What happened while I was asleep? Quick, got to have a look. Then you find out, oh my gosh, that's biblical. Look what happened last night while I was sleeping. And then you go on this big high, and then you crash. You go, well, that's great, but what does it mean? And oh my gosh, and we have to be able to recognise what's going on. And they're playing us. And they're playing the mainstream Christians as that's what this is all about. The people that even want to muck around and dabble in Christianity, if you're going to muck around and dabble in it, you're going to get, this is what's going to happen to you. If you muck around in their circles, it's not going to go well. This is a real loner thing. It is like John the Baptist in the wilderness. He was in the wilderness and he was baptizing them out in the wilderness, because it's something that you couldn't be around a lot of people. They do not. This is not popular. It's not popular when you come to the truth, the truth, the truth. But the thing is, it's the best thing in the world. That's what I can't understand why people are so frightened. You know, they'll learn so much of it, but then if you go, guess what, I found out something else that we didn't know, and they'll backpedal and go, no, I've heard enough. I've got enough to think about. No, but this explains so much more. No, I don't need that piece of the puzzle there just yet. Like I said about those people, it's okay. Everybody's going to do this at their own rate. But there is coming a day where time's over. And I thought that time for me was this morning. I thought my life and my dog, I thought we were going to turn into pink mist this morning. I honestly thought I was going to die. And I realised that I wasn't scared at all. I knew it might hurt for a second. But what happened was, it's our Memorial Day here, what you call, in America, you guys call it Memorial Day. We call it Anzac Day. About all the fallen, the ones that were sacrificed. Yeah, honouring them. And what happened was a military plane came over, but look, it sounded like an ICBM. It sounded like a missile. It was so low and so fast. By the time I got my legs together and ran out the door, no way. But it is, our Anzac Day. The thing was, the way it sounded, I thought it was incoming. So get your heart right with the Father. Do that. Really, you can tell him everything and anything, and you need to, because just get it all out. Nothing is worth hanging on to. He knows it anyway. Tell him you're sorry and move on. And you don't have to plead and beg to be sorry every day. Just do your best. He knows you're human. He knows you are in a flesh body. He understands so much more than we realise. Okay? And no, it's not a ticket to sin. I'm not saying that. No. I am saying do your best. And he will guide you and he will help you. We have been made to believe that he is basically quite a bad authoritarian. He has to be in some things, but guys, for those who really, your heart's not hard to him, it's not hard, then you're going to be okay. Just keep in that relationship.